Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. This is part 2 to this. I helped a gentleman and I told him that there's some bad lines and segments in this drawing and it might cause a problem. And I apologize for the one I'm doing it for that I'm just now getting to it. I'm going to set my smart fill in red and I'm just going to fill in the letters. And we're just going to go over this. Hopefully I did not practice this. I'm pretty sure this is going to work. I'm just going to fill in all the letters. And I guess for the video, I really don't have to do this too, but there are a couple of emblems that you can make, and surely you could make that, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And if you're bored with it, so I'm just clicking the right arrow key as I fill it in. And then that way it's nudging it over to the exact right amount. And I don't think that needs to be there. I think that's the contour. I'm just filling in the letters and I'm going to fill in the comma. I'm going to go ahead and do them all. If you get bored, just fast forward or whatever. And I'm going to show him how to recreate this and get rid of those lines. Hopefully I can get it done. I'm not watching, but the rainbow crafts up top are going to be a little bit different than these, but not too much. Almost done. And matter of fact, we might even be these might be good. Yeah, they're clear. So we could just move those over there, everything over. They're a good graphic. So now we have this. I'm going to make them all, you know what I'm going to do? Well, it doesn't matter. I am going to left click no fill, right click outline. And I just need to remember to fix those black spots when I do. The font itself is pretty good. So we're going to do the bottom letters first. The bottom letters have a contour of black, and they're used square corners. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab all the bottom ones first. And to make this work, you really have to group these. You know what I'm going to do? Well, I was afraid of that. Tell you what, I'm going to lock that shape so I cannot grab it. And then I'm going to grab these and I'm going to put them back. And then I'm going to take all these and I'm going to Control G to group them together. Because if you don't do that, the contour tool will have to do them individually. So I'm going to go with square corners to the outside. I'm going to say like 0.1 at first and see what happens. See, that's a little bit much. Let's go 0.05. And I am using square corners, but I'm kind of getting well, that's good. It looks just like that. So that's good. So if you look at the graphic, and let's put a yellow box around it, object, order, back of page. So the center is filled or not filled. So that's what we want. So what we're going to do now is take the Smart Fill tool, set on black, and we will fill in this part. I think it's coming out identically. Whoever did this might have done it in Corel. So you got to remember to fill in the center parts of the letter too. And it's this easy. Just play around with the contour thickness to get kind of close to where I am. I might even send you this file if it all works out. Now, what I'm going to do is grab these and I'm going to nudge them up because I don't want them interfering. So we've got basically a circle. And I bet you if I unlock this for a second and make a duplicate of that, whoop, those rings are pretty much a circle. So let me get yellow box. So what I'm going to do, I wish I had just a circle and not the trees that we did in last night's video, but this is going to work because we should be able to find, this should be the center right there. So I'm going to bring in indexing lines and see how it snapped to the center. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw another circle and I'm going to hit, well, I can't hit P. I normally draw in the center of the page. I'm going to put this in the center. Now I'm going to need to make those lines yellow so we can see them. And what I want to do is hold down the shift key and I want this thing right in the middle of my black. Now I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate, holding down the shift key and put it to the middle of that one, Control D. And so that means our circles are equal and ready to go. So now I ought to be able to move this out of the way. And hopefully, no, my graphic isn't. So let me move these yellow lines out of the way and I'll make them red. And what you can do, here's a good little trick. I'm going to have to lock this again to what I want to do. And I'm going to hold down the Alt key and it selected those three rings. I'm going to go ahead and make them black. Now, these lines are, we'll get the parallel dimension tool and we'll measure that, and they're 0.39 big. So what we need to do is take this line, and I just happen to have my line set on inches, 0.39. 0.39. Don't worry about that it going to the bottom. Whoop. Okay. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to, for just a second, I'm going to move the rainbow crafts out. And if we look, there is a bar going across here just below rainbow crafts. So what we can do now, because the red is locked, I am going to what I'm going to have to do is go up to Object and convert them to an outline. And then I can left click, right click. And I'm going to find that rainbow craft. I need to group everything together. Let's tell you what, I'm going to group this together to make sure it stays. And then I'll group rainbow crafts together and I'll nudge it back down. That's the idea behind nudging. So realistically, this line is right on the indexing line. So I can take a 2-point line and go from there to there. And now I can cut with my virtual segment delete key all these other lines. Then from here on, it's pretty easy. We need to probably make this line a little thicker. I don't know which way would be the best way to do that. I'm thinking, let's do this. Let's make it a little bit thicker than that. Okay, about that thick. We're going to go to Object and convert it to an object, or the line to an object. And now what I want to do is go ahead and take out these little lines. And what I also want to do after I do that, I want to cut out the lines that are going to allow my graphic to leak up into the letters. And it would be, this is going to be a solid line. Whoop, must have gone too far. Whoop. There, this is going to be a solid line, and this is going to be a solid line. So all the big lines are being cut out. And now all you have to do is take the Smart Fill tool, set on black, and I can't tell if the rainbow Crafts has a contour around it too. So let's move it over here twice. And I guess it's about the same contour. Yeah, that'll work. So really all the other letters are white. I hope this isn't too confusing. And so now all I have to do is do this. Okay, take and let's group this together, Control G, and put it back twice. Whoop, I hope I didn't move it. Well, you know what, that's not the right one. Here's the right one, yep. That's the original right there. Now all I have to do is take this, yep, they're black underneath there. So I'm gonna take the Smart Fill tool, set on black, and we can see the lines. So we're going to do this. We're going to go here, and I'm going to right click, no line, no outline. Now, if we bring in the other graphic and basically bring the trees back in like we did last night, that I can't really do now. But this was the main part I was trying to get him to understand. So if you look at this graphic, see these lines, and there's jagged lines and gray lines, and I mean, I don't know if your monitor will show you that, but there are a lot. Tell you what, let's take this and look at under wireframe. Look at all the bad spots. And some lasers might pick that up, especially the rough spots. So this one here is going to be completely clean. And after I stop the video, I'll put the trees back in there and I'll send you this for grins. You know what? I got a little leak right there. And you know, I have some lines in between, but at least my lines are straight. So I might want to play with that. But I can do that after the video is done. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody a little bit. Thank you for watching.